What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Difficult to Please podcast, episode 37?
7, yo,
37.
we're almost in our
Yeah.
40s.
Woo!
I don't know. I guess we always like try to super celebrate for like no reason. We shouldn't.
We hype ourselves up. We did not. We are recording Friday, September 10. And I think the last episode, I was like, yo, I was so psyched that I would try to do 2 episodes in August, but it didn't happen. So here we are.
Explain why. Why again?
Let's
Why?
we tried the goal for this month, but last month we were scheduled to record it late August, but Amelia was terrible to put down at night, so it just didn't work. And my
Hmm.
family's in our 2 bedroom apartment, so I am recording from my bedroom, not the our a lot of guest bedroom. So right now, visually, when you see this on the internet, it's gonna look a little different. JV's camera setup is a little bit different too.
Oh yeah. Someone
Not purple
made a
anymore.
feedback. Someone made a feedback to like it looked better if you start using like warmer colors and like I take feedback. So we're gonna try that out. A little orange in the background today. You know what I'm saying?
Yay!
Uh,
Try new things. This September.
yeah.
Try new
September, new
things.
things, market crashing, and new things. Mm.
Well, new things and old things. I mean, we're tomorrow's September 11th, and it's the 20th
Oh
anniversary.
yeah,
We're not making this
damn.
a 9/11 episode. I know your whole feed is gonna be flooded with 9/11 at this time. This is not a 9/11 episode.
Yeah,
It's
we
not
thought
a
about
nine.
it. We
No.
really thought about it. I tried pushing it, and then I think we both came to the agreement it would be like a really depressing episode. And
Yeah,
I was like,
there.
can we
Yeah,
try to spin this? Can we
yeah.
talk about like anything positive from 9/11? And it's just like, mm-mm.
No,
The most we got was like Call of Duty and like,
that's the only thing I will say. That Call of Duty, the storylines were good after they started doing after they stopped doing the World War II genre, and they did the whole like I forget what year Modern Warfare 1 came out, but that was kind of like
geez, that was a long time ago. But
exactly,
yeah,
that was like I think we're still in the peak of like going to Iraq and Afghanistan, so that felt like realism. And it was like, oh, this is kind of real. But
it's
now it's like
bizarre.
this is getting fucking played out.
Yeah, no, definitely, it's definitely getting fucking played out. But
I
it,
will say a retraction on our previous episode talking about the Rattatas defending the Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan
oh yeah,
and
what's
how
the
the
update to that
Taliban
story?
would come back. I'm like, oh, I was kind of saying in jest, thinking that the Taliban would get Bagram Air Base next year or within the next few years, not
Oh,
within the episode or by the next episode we we
we're like,
publish.
oh.
So we're
Oh,
so
that
looking
happened
back,
quick.
it's
That
not
escalated really
funny.
quick.
So
It's not funny.
it's not
Well,
funny anymore.
it's
So
definitely not
I'll take that
funny.
one back.
Okay, but you know what's funny about us is that we're kind of not like to toot our own horn or anything, but we're like kind of ahead of that shit. So,
You know, I
you know,
yeah. Obviously, I was just saying it out of jest. The story was stupid.
it's just funny, stupid
It's a
story.
funny, stupid story, and now it's like I didn't fucking predict that the whole infrastructure of Afghanistan would fall within a month. So there's
But I
that, of
am,
course.
yeah. But I'm also curious if
Curious?
no. Oh God, yeah, we're gonna go into conspiracy theories. No,
No,
but
Bush blew up
oh
the towers.
oh my God, we'll talk about this soon. But yeah, no. Like I want to know if the Taliban do take the Pokemon gym there. Like if we should do like try running the story and see.
There's a follow up story from Kotaku. Like someone needs to go find out.
Oh, I know, right? I mean, like I'm from Kotaku, and I want to use the Pokemon app here. Let me through Taliban. Excuse me. Hello. Excuse me. No women on the street. Excuse me. I'm just kidding.
Well,
I'm
I
just
will
kidding.
say,
No, I'm just kidding.
on the internet, there was I know on Reddit, there was a story that came out from the San Diego Union Tribune that made its way to Reddit, how there was like multiple Afghan American families in
Uh-huh.
Afghanistan
Mhm.
that ended up being stranded that couldn't get back to a plane back to the U.S.
Wow.
So I was like,
Oh
"Whoa, this
shit.
is insane." But yeah,
That is crazy.
I don't
No,
have an
that's
update. I thought that was a crazy story. I
yeah.
think they're back. I want to say they're back. Who knows? I think I'll say 90% are back.
I hope so. I hope so. And if you're not, we hope you get back safe. But
Yeah,
man,
for
yeah,
sure.
no. We're not gonna talk about politics stuff today. 'Cause, man, I would love to talk about like nation building and Taliban, but no, 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 no. That I
It's
have
not
to I
Sim
have to
City,
resist.
dog. No Sim City
Not
shit.
SimCity. Mm. But from one of our previous episodes, we talked about hate rating, and
Yes.
there's actually some crazy stuff that just started happening. Is there Twitch is now going after these hate raters now, like suing them. So that's kind of interesting seeing that you're basically fucking with the pockets of Amazon now. So what you
Yeah.
gonna do? What you gonna do, pizza raiders? It's gonna be
Well, I
crazy.
mean, like, yeah, when you start messing with Jeff Bezos' money, he's gonna step in. He's
Oh
gonna have
yeah.
somebody step in while he's in outer space. He's like, "Yeah, hey, fix it. You're fucking with
Fix
my
it.
bills."
Not my company anymore, but still. Andy, get him. Get him, Andy. It's running on AWS. Get him, Andy. That's your shit right
Well,
there.
I remember when we were talking about the hate rating, and it's just kind of like a moving swarm of people just like flooding people's streams of like really racist shit or like bigoted shit.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, like that's just kind of like
some level of
it's just,
moderation.
yeah, right. Like there's so like as a streamer, I mean, there's I only know it from watching other people stream. It's like there's only so much you can do, right,
Yeah.
while you're streaming, but to handle like hundreds of people in your chat spamming and flooding your stream. It's like fuck, you're fucked, dude. It's gonna fucking take you out of your game, man, or it's gonna take you out of your
Yeah.
mindset. So,
Yeah, it's you
I
need
feel that.
bots to take care of that, moderators and yeah, and I guess this is what like for the small streamers, especially because these hate rates are targeting like minorities and like women
Mhm.
and whatnot. It's I guess it's like for those people who can't afford, like small streamers who can't afford these bots or moderators to help out with the stream. Maybe this is their way of saying, like, putting their foot down, saying, "Hey, dude, just don't bother, don't bother. We're gonna have a legal team after this." And it's like,
Well, I mean, like,
well,
because obviously Amazon could have been or has been like very like, oh, there's only so much we can do. We can't do everything. Now it's like, yo, when you have like a legal kind of threat, it's like, yeah, they just gotta. Then people will
is
start
it a
doing like
legal
then
threat?
companies. I don't know. Fuck.
Is this a free speech thing? I mean, oh, but then again, Amazon or Twitch is not a public entity, so it is not bound
It's
by
like Twitter and
free
shit.
speech. Yeah,
Yep.
it's like Twitter and shit. Yeah, so that's a very interesting point. Yeah, it's like Twitter and shit. You can't really ban it. You gotta moderate it. And if people say it's free speech, it's like, oh, true, but that's not a public square. So, meh. But what is a public square now? I'm just kidding.
I mean, yeah. There's like I know we talk about this in digital
Third
spaces,
spaces, yeah,
third
third
spaces, digital
spaces.
third spaces, and social
Yeah, we
media is
up
where
on
you.
there, man.
Oh,
We're
we
up
always
there. It's
been. We
crazy.
always
Always
been.
up there. It's
But
crazy.
yeah, it's like there's no real kind of digital like public space because we're on Al Gore's internet and Mark Zuckerberg's Facebook goggles and fucking like there's nowhere to hide. There's always like a company owning a space where you have these conversations. Like
Yeah, like
there's no
Ray
C-SPAN,
Bans and
no
Facebook.
C-SPAN for fucking social media, dude. Like, right? There's no
They
fucking there's
should
no
have
library.
C-SPAN. Like, why can't C-SPAN be like a
Well, that's like
C-SPAN Twitch network kind of thing?
because that's kind of like our fucking uh our socialist friends in China uh, dictating the idea that they teenagers and young kids can't play video games during the week. So like, I think you've heard about this. I think we talked about this briefly, definitely on our
Did
Discord.
we? Oh, yeah, on the Discord. Okay, I was like,
Yeah,
I
on
don't
our
think we ever
Discord for
talked.
sure, but I mean, we might have talked about it at another time. But how China is uh has told every family that their kid or whoever, like their max is 1.5 hours a day on a weekday, and then 3 hours a day on weekends and holidays. So China gets in the system. China gets the idea of regulating things and keeping kids off the internet, but not fucking America because freedom.
Yeah, but who, it also feels like who's the winner in this, but then
Nobody,
yeah, nobody wins
nobody
because it's either
wins.
either you have freedom or you have like a, I guess like a, what's China's philosophy is called? I forgot what it's called. Like they have this like the standard of belief from Confucianism that they kind of follow. But yeah,
Mm, yeah,
it's
Confucius say.
interesting. Like it's like seeing like, okay, who what system works. And it's just funny when people talk about like capitalism. 'Cause I was trying to tell my sister the other day. I was like, or the other day, like a few months ago, like
Not the
China's like a, I know, right?
other day.
China's the only communist country that can prove that it can strive in capitalism. Yeah, it's like your the communist economy doesn't necessarily mean like what I mean. Like it's more communism is a form of government rather than a form of economics in China. So it's like a communist
Yeah,
regime with capitalism
yeah, they have
in their
that
economy. Yeah.
that China had to adjust to foreign direct
Capitalism.
investment, and all that.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so I
it's
mean,
just
like in terms of this video game ban and talking about the public market space or public space and having that, like, there's obviously the spectrum here, right? So you have China where uh can you have a hard cap of how many times you can game or even be on the internet, whatever. And then you have America where you have limitless freedom, but it's just a matter of like you can end up harassing somebody with your hate rating on
yeah,
Twitch.
that's intense. Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
it's a really, I don't think anybody wins on the internet. I think
yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting
No.
really pessimistic about like how we uh conduct ourselves on the internet because it's there's so many examples of like uh just malinformed, or rather misinformed peoples, and people who are going to act upon that misinformation. And it's fucking clear with all this anti-vax shit. It's the January 6th shit. It's, yeah, man. I don't have a really good optimistic feeling about it. So I don't want to try to get all serious 9/11, but here it is.
We'll inch toward there. We'll inch toward there. Damn. Wow, you really got in there about it.
I know, dude.
We
I'm sorry.
well, I mean, if we're gonna keep talking about pessimistic shit, let's talk about how one of the richest men in the world and they're just investing to like a life extending company. But what's trippy is that like it's not just Jeff Bezos who's been the company he's investing into is like Altos Labs, which is a startup involved in like life extension research and stuff like that. And they're so like it's so weird for me that like uh our quote unquote Silicon Valley tech people are involved with like they're just getting involved. Like you have Jack Dorsey who's kind of like involved with like the whole psychedelic thing and meditation
Right.
and diets. You
Mhm.
have others who are and I think him and the other people are kind of involved in life extension stuff. And you have Jeff Bezos who's like the newest part of it. You have people going to space, again
Yep.
Musk, Bezos again, and um
Richard
Branson. And
Branson.
it's
Yep.
yeah, it's like a trip that basically if you have a lot of money, you could pretty much become the next scientific NASA kind of thing. Like you could fund your own stuff, do your own shit. Stuff that like the government's been doing a long time ago, but like now that we've like defunded so much with like government stuff, now it's up to like I guess oligarchs to start doing it, right? Like essentially that's what the rich people in US are. They're kind of oligarchs. Sorry, but
Well, like I know this is not like on our rundown here, but
No.
how right now is the Elizabeth Holmes trial, who was the CEO of Theranos.
Oh God, yeah.
Right. So like I barely know about Theranos, but I what I know the gist of is that it was a startup company that was going to revolutionize blood uh uh sampling, that you
Something like
can run,
that.
all these kind of genetic viral tests on one single drop of blood, and it was gonna like
Mm,
revolutionize the fucking industry and all that shit, right? So it's so in the sense of that, like the innovation that's coming from Silicon Valley, it's not coming from the government, right? So I mean, yeah,
yeah,
they might be getting
exactly.
some government funds, but not at startup level. I think those grants go to like bigger, more established companies,
Hmm.
like the
SpaceX
fucking
and NASA.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say like 23andMe. I don't know who the fucking, I forget the people who run that. Illumina.
I was going to say they're teamed up with the police, right?
Should I think they sold all like part of their data or something like that to that. I don't know. Fuck, I don't
Yeah, yeah. I
know.
just remember like
Facts
there was
don't
like weird.
matter. I don't know.
Oh, I just know that just to clarify, I think 23andMe made a deal
For
that
like a
the police can get
biometrics
access. Yeah, like something about like the police can get access to it. That's why they've been helping like police DNA cold cases and stuff like that. It's because of 23andMe kind of research.
because of
Anyways,
23.
keep going, keep going, keep going.
No, okay. So I was just saying how like uh the innovation is coming from that like tech area, and how right now uh Jeff Bezos is and the billionaires there, they're just it it sounds very villain-esque. It does sound
Like Bond
Lex
villain esque.
Luthor. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's just like almost kind of like not real.
It's bizarre.
It's very
It's really
surreal. I think
surreal.
surreal is the better
Yeah,
word. Yeah.
yeah. Surreal is the best, better word for that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like you have like three billionaires going into space, and then one of them is gonna research
Three?
into buying or investing into a fountain of youth health startup bullshit. I don't know.
Seriously. Yeah.
Billionaires, man, they don't give a fuck about us poor people. So
Yeah. It's just
us peasants, bro, we're
it's just
just two dudes on a
bizarre.
podcast.
Yeah. It's a bizarre like seeing what they do. I mean, cool innovations, whatever. But then, like in the end, it's like ugh, everyone knows you're all trying to make money off of it
But
too.
yeah,
It's
here's
just
the thing, though. Here's the thing. I will say that right now there hasn't been as much kind of interest in space exploration and news headlines since this fucking like Elon Musk, Richard Branson, fucking Jeff Bezos shit.
yeah. Who gives a fuck about going to space?
Exactly. Like, we're not going to the moon. We're just launching satellites and other unmanned vehicles. So it's not like who fucking cares.
Yeah,
It's just like
Musk is
every day
doing.
now.
Yeah, Musk is doing like what we should be doing for space. Like he has a purpose. That's why I was like, okay, whatever, it makes sense. But Bezos is like, don't get it. Richard Branson or Bezos, I don't understand. But yeah.
Yeah, and I know we're just going on this anti-capitalist fucking like fuck billionaires type shit,
Hmm.
but how
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, how yeah, I guess the trickle down, and I guess the basic thing is like how I think you're gonna talk about how, or you were saying how the contracts from Elon Musk fucked up Jeff Bezos's money, or like Bill Gates's money and shit.
Hmm.
I don't know,
Oh
because people
yeah.
like fucking like the billionaires fucking other people's billionaires' money. So that's like a
Yeah.
just who fucking cares, man?
It's a big like
Fucking care.
dick sizing pissing contest. It's
It
so
is
weird. Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
like it's Bezos with it's Bezos with Musk and Amazon with Microsoft because that whole deal got scrapped and now freaking Blue Origin suing. What is it? They're suing NASA or something. It's
Yeah,
just bizarre. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
why? Why is everyone trying to sue these fucking weird things? It's so weird. It's really
Is that
bizarre. It's
what
like
happens when you get
they're
a
gonna.
$1 billion? You're like, I just give fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's like I only know about legal stuff. I don't know anything about cooperation. I just know how to like get it my way, kind of thing. So stupid. It's like maybe money, man. This is the reason why capitalism is like so weird because it's like a huge worship on money. Like money is
Well,
power,
you know
kind of
also,
thing.
what is
Anyways, yeah.
also weird? I'll say this. Speaking of capitalism, is that Facebook and Rayban collabing on what looks like the Snapchat spectacles,
Hmm.
or like the upgrade to Google Glass. So we're at a point again where we're doing wearable tech with eyewear and shit. So supposedly with the these new Ray Bans is that you can take a photo with them or like go live stream and shit like that. So basically the same shit as the Snapchat spectacles, just Facebook. Like no
It
one fucking needs this. No one
Yeah,
fucking
no one
asked
needs
for
it.
this, dude.
Like I, I'm still trying to understand it because I know there's Bluetooth. It's a Bluetooth headset also. So
Hmm.
like there's still music playing from your, but then it's not like, oh, it's soundproof or anything, like, or it's like the bone conducting headphones or anything like that. No, you people are still gonna hear it. Like if you're like talking, I don't know, if you're talking on the phone with somebody with those glasses, people can freaking hear them. So definitely not something you could wear like publicly sometimes. But then, yeah, at the same time, like, yeah, you're right. It's gonna shine a bright light when it's recording, and it's like some weird space gadget stuff. It's just like, what's the
It's
point? It's from a company that like no one kind of really trusts. Like it's Facebook. Like sure, Ray Bans, but I'm pretty sure, you want to talk about monopoly? Is it's the first people who own Ray Bans also own so much. They own
yeah.
LensCraft and a bunch of other like sunglasses stuff too. So, anyways, it's two monopolies working together. Like, how can we
No,
fuck
I
over
know.
the world? But yeah, no. Anyways,
Well,
it's
and
weird.
it's
The
it.
technology is
Well,
weird.
I would say I would. I'm buying JPEGs more than I'm buying fucking Ray Ban Facebook glasses. I will
Mhm.
stand buying JPEGs versus these stupid hardware glasses. But I'm just anti fucking wearable glasses and wearable tech. It's stupid. Well, except for watches, because that makes the most sense.
Watches do make sense. Like, okay, so
It's the most sense wearable tech
so
wise.
yeah, so I'm just curious. What do you think is your like going forward? What are like the wearable techs? Like, what do you think are like going to be like the future wearable techs? Just your watch, your phone slash tablet. That's pretty much it. I think that's really all you need, right?
Yeah,
And
until the vaccine hits and we
glasses.
can get the eye like fucking Sharingan or some shit or like the scouter inside the eye.
You mean the contact lens that?
Oh, from fucking Ghost in the Shell.
No,
No,
so
what is it? I forget.
so
There's an anime about it,
okay,
right?
there is, but also no, DARPA's actually this is from a long time ago, but they have been working on contact lens that if you but it's like janky because you have to have like certain monitors near you and then it could have like a UI in your contact lens, but you need like surrounding equipment for it to work. So
See, that's the thing is like I think um the practical the practicality for me it's um just the headset
yeah,
or like a
like a
forever
bone
earpod.
conduction,
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that'd be
that's
so
the
weird
next
to have
wearable
like the
tech.
sunglasses thing, but then like also latches into your ear.
Well, or yeah, or you
Oh,
have
I
your
guess.
glasses go into your ear, so it's like fucking you have the Iron Man helmet, but it's just the earpiece. That's because that's the most discreet and it's the most fucking like I think uh the most kind of like smart way of doing it and more most acceptable. Acceptable is the word.
There you go. Yeah, no, I'm gonna agree. So if they just redesign the Ray Bans to have a Bluetooth speaker, maybe just a mirror UI of your phone, because supposedly Apple's doing the same thing too. But
Oh
instead of
yeah, I could
rent
see that happening. You just have AirPods and you have AirPods in your head all the time. So why not
yeah,
just have like
attach
Siri talk
glasses
to
to it.
you or do yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then like instead of having like the whole so what they're saying is like instead of having the whole OS on your glasses, which there's gonna be a battery, your face is gonna be fucking hot later. So it would be like just a mirror of the ideally it should be the mirror of the phone kind of thing. So it's just I
Yeah.
think the future wearable tech is interesting. I think you could still do it, but like you said, there has to be more acceptable
Oh, for
ways of
sure.
approaching it.
Like, dude, if you're gonna wear these Facebook Ray-Bans outside, I'm like, dude, you're recording me. Fuck you. Like, I didn't fucking like.
Oh,
It's
but it
just
has
like
to show a
live
light
streaming.
though.
Yeah,
It has
this
to
is
show
kind
a
of.
light.
It's like those like creepers who take like random photos of like women and girls like that. That's like automatic no, dude.
Yeah, 'cause
Right?
it's weird
That's
because like
basically what it is.
yeah, because it's like you're still enabling, right? Even if you
Yep.
had the light,
Yep.
it's you can't stop the fucking pervert from going to like whatever, like strip club or a elementary school and start like activating that shit. Like that's like hey, stop doing that. And the guy's like, well, fuck you if you can catch me, kind of thing.
Facebook let me.
Yeah, I know. It's so stupid. Creepy. So yeah, I know we're getting a little apocalyptic about like something that just can only do video. That's like you might as well just have a GoPro on your foredome or something like that. So
I mean, the
that's what it
GoPro
is,
already
right?
has this shit like that anyways, right? It has the chest rig, so it's like first
Yeah.
person shooter
It's
type
just a
shit.
Ray-Ban GoPro. That's what it
It's
is.
yeah, it is
A
what it
shittier
is.
GoPro. Oh well. But anyways, technology, it's always gonna be coming.
Fuck billionaires and their tech. Even though we are on Bill Gates' internet and we're using
Cases in
Jeff
it, of course,
Bezos'
and
AWS,
probably
probably
using a Google browser, ran Apple products.
Steve
It's just
Jobs' Apple products.
speaking of
Um,
Apple, just switched to an iPhone. I got the mini. I love
this
it.
guy, this guy
I
went
got
from the Sony Xperia, the largest fucking phone on the market at
oh
one
my
time, and
god,
then
yeah, I remember
goes back to an iPhone.
the Xperia. That Xperia phone is still like one of my favorite phones of all time. I think it was such a slick design,
No,
such a
it's
slick
just
design.
it's just the switch to your face. It is. Hello. Hello?
But thinner. Why do you have a switch near you? But anyways, it's like so much thinner though. It's crazy. But yeah, no, you're right. It just I think because my for me the future was iPad minis everywhere. Like that's the
Well,
future.
I think we're getting back to that point where iPad Minis, but with foldable shit. So like instead of having like the iPad size now, it's like okay, what if we make it like a DS? Sick. Oh, what about we made like a Game Boy Advance SP? Sick.
That's called the Samsung flip phone or
Exactly, bro.
fold or whatever.
That's where we're at. It's like what if your Xperia was able to be folded back in 2007?
Yeah, it's it's
Whew,
true. It's like
game changer, bro.
oh my, a game changer. What the fuck we did this before? It's like the iPhone Mini like went back to the 4S. It's like uh, trends are weird. Trends are weird. I respect it. I think Samsung's doing like an interesting job with it. Obviously, Facebook doesn't have anything going for them like hardware wise, other than the Oculus, which
Well,
I
Oculus is
really think the Oculus is going to be like super dope though.
well, the Oculus was a bot company, so it's not like Facebook was developing that in house. It's like Oculus was its own thing, and they got bought out.
Yeah, like
So,
Instagram and WhatsApp.
well, like no, but like
Monopoly powers again.
Oculus
Just
was
kidding.
like the only hardware thing. Like I'll give it props to that because it's
I
hardware.
give it
Like
props to that. I think it's
doesn't
awesome.
like shit, I don't want to keep going on billionaire talk here, but yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. We're basically saying rich people can do a lot of weird
Rich
shit.
people can do what the fuck they want, and sometimes people will buy shit, sometimes they don't, and sometimes we don't buy their bullshit. Fuck it.
Yeah, sometimes you don't buy the bullshit. There's that overall theme we have right going on right now throughout the world. But
There's a
you know,
there's
what's up?
there's a theme here. There's a theme
There's a
here.
theme here. There's a theme here. But yeah, so but I'm thinking about these people who will be like it when this technology does get better, you know, the generation that's going to be using it is the most phone connected generation, like Gen Zers.
Yes.
Like Gen Zers will be the ones who will like probably perfect that. Like their generation going up. They're I have a feeling whenever they're at that same age where the iPhone first came out for us,
Mhm.
they're gonna experience like that new crazy technology
No,
shit.
but
Like
I
already
hope
part of it.
so. Because look, we went from Snapchat spectacles about 10 years ago to Facebook Ray Bans. Bruh, it's the same thing.
but Snapchat's doing way better. I mean, so
Snapchat has a better name because they're not fucking Facebook.
it is, and I feel like everything that Snapchat does, basically, Facebook copies. So whatever.
Shout out to the next generation.
Yeah, shout out to the next generation because not only are they gonna make this technology a little bit more interesting, like how they did with TikTok and how they
Yes, sure.
ruin fashion, but only 6% of Gen Zers don't know what anime is, and that for
That's
me is
fucking
like a
amazing. That's fucking amazing.
it's so much different from our generation because you had that
Yeah.
isolated anime
Oh,
club
yeah.
in college or in high school. It's like, oh, anime club is meeting on Friday. Is that room?
It's
Blah blah blah
fucking
blah. You're like, what the
and
fuck?
you watch dub DVDs or fucking I don't know where you got your VHSs or whatever from Suncoast Video,
Sun Ghost, exactly. Sun Ghost.
or like you somehow had really good connection to get your subs and dubs of torrents. That's it's been a long time coming.
How can we do that with 56K though? You have to watch the real player videos.
Real, rest in peace, real player. They somehow got compression down. They just had shitty interface, obviously, but they got compression down so you can watch a full anime episode of Trigun or whatever.
You can watch every single episode of Trigun on real player on a 56K connection as long as you install your free copies of AOL Online from the floppy disk.
No,
Oh
I,
my
I
god,
like
technology.
I totally
Anyways,
agree. 6% that do not know. That's nice. So you're saying
that's
94%,
impressive.
94% of the population
Gen
under
Z.
25 knows what anime is. It's not fucking obscure shit like you're
Yeah.
downloading. Like you don't have Ninja Scroll on VHS type shit. Like
Mhm.
you, you
You
have
actually
like
like
a niche something on Crunchyroll. You're fucking like you don't need to be on the forums. I mean, you could be. I don't know. I haven't looked at Crunchyroll's library in a long time, so I can't say like
well, they just merged with Sony with
that's
Funimation,
right. We
so
talked
yeah,
about that.
another monopoly, another anime monopoly coming up, competing with Netflix anime now. Anyways, but yeah, no, Crunchyroll. I think I didn't think we are gonna talk about this. So I didn't look up the number beforehand, but they released their subscriber numbers and it's pretty damn high. And it's just like it's over 1 million, and it's just like paying
Yeah,
subscribers. And I was
yeah,
just like, holy shit, this is nuts. That's
because
nuts
it's not
already for
like
me.
right now. Uh, when it comes to anime, I mean, yeah, there's always been stuff on Netflix, on Hulu,
Mhm.
but like those are definitely tailored to your taste or to kind of like a not necessarily mainstream taste, but like people who
Mhm.
know anime or like very who have been familiar with anime are like they see titles there, they're like okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
But then
they
it's like,
understand it.
yeah, when you go to like Crunchyroll library, you're like you have to be like diehard, or like you get recommended other
I don't
animes from your like your friends and your network and all that.
I don't know though.
You don't think
Because
so?
like
On
no,
it?
I think Crunchyroll is the mainstream. It's what the fuck fly. I think Crunchyroll is the mainstream because like my niece, she's probably knocking on my door. I can't even tell right now. I was like, you need to get the fuck out. I'm about to record. Anyways, no, she was like, she just messaged me on Discord. We're communicating on Discord now. She messaged me on Discord and she's like, Uncle, have you seen this anime? Have you seen this anime? What about this anime? Oh, I've heard of that one. Have you heard of this one? I'm like, yes, motherfucker, I've heard it. We watched that shit. She's like, Funimation, Crunchyroll. I'm like, so it's just, but you know what I mean? It's so accessible to them now, and it's just bizarre for me. So, but yeah, so
Because
it's
it's not
cool.
anime club meeting on Fridays at 3 p.m. It's different now.
It's different now. It's it's just it's cool for me, but also now I feel like oh, it's so normal because like sometimes we see TikTok videos and stuff like that. It's just always like you watch people like Caleb City and like Longer Beach Griffin and like they're just it's just anime. It's just like anime and gaming is just part of like normal vernacular now, and it's just like
Dog, like fucking
even with
Gundam
hip
is
hop
doing
music.
a collab with fucking Nike SB, dog. Like how that
Wait,
shit was
wait,
not
wait, wait, what?
possible,
Wait,
dog.
what? They
Well,
are?
Nike SB is releasing two Gundam shoes.
Mm.
There's a there's a white one and then a gray one. I don't know which series, but I'm like, man,
I know you got me on the Doraemon.
the Raymond
I know you
dunks.
got me the Doraemon one. That's what I.
But I think there's for me there's like just going in quick sneaker talk here. There's a kind of like a uh an unreleased shoe. I've only seen it on the blogs one time back in 2006. It's a there's a Naruto Air Max 360. I've never seen it else. I'm like, oh, that would have been sick. But I'm like, dude, that moment passed, right? So there's no fucking like anime collabs until I don't.
The Gundam one.
There's has to be a like besides Doraemon or
I bet you there is.
I just not thinking about it. Oh, JV got to come into work.
Oh,
Fix all, fix, fix all the COVID patients,
nope,
JV.
nope, nope. That phone's over there. That phone's over there. Yeah, it's pops. It's stupid. I hate when people call me. Anyways, yeah. So no, but
Anime.
it's a trip because like I remember I think it was like 6 years ago, 5 years ago when I first saw the A6X Marvel collaboration,
Yeah.
and I was like, damn, that's really dope. I'm cool. I'm like glad that there's a now there's them in like mainstream fashion. And it's just like it's normal now. So
Yeah.
with Gen Z being like an accumulation of like things we found cool in the early 2000s, 90s, and internet culture and animisms. Like, what's the new niche coming forward now? Like, I I don't want to say like we've experienced it all, but then like
Hmm.
anything new, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, is it memes? No, like memes are everywhere. Like, what's that weird underground culture that's eventually gonna become like
The
the
weird
main
under.
thing now? Yeah, because you know how for
Uh,
us it was like gaming cartoons and stuff like that. Now it's like
right.
what I mean
It's gonna be
maybe
online shit. Yeah, it's gonna be like
right.
discords and all that. Because I think we're still adjusting, uh, to the amount of like Discord communities that are out there. I think if
Mhm,
you're only like if you're in a space or with like or you're already part of like some kind of gaming community, you're already a part of like some discords and shit. But then it's like the mainstream like kind of like is not there, the acceptance of like what Discord is like.
mhm.
Um, but the potential of what Discord is and how people communicate to each other. Because like Discord is just a controlled fucking space. It's not like a
It's just one Reddit thread kind of thing.
yeah. It's
Or
kind of like a closed environment. So like most of the time you just you go through an invite and that's it. But you got to find that invite or whatever, and you can always
that's
get booted from it or from the server.
it's always so scary too because like I feel like everybody's just siphoning. Like they're having their own echo chambers now. Like no matter what you like,
Oh,
you're
it's
never gonna
fucking yeah.
find.
It's fucking
Yeah,
worse.
yeah. Like
It's fucking worse.
we talk about like the open web, but we're like becoming more tribal and tribal even like every single day, and it's crazy. It's freaking crazy. But yeah. Anyways, that's all I Gen Zers. I'm just curious what they're like. I have so much faith in Gen Zers because I think they're like pretty innovative. I think they kind of like saw the bullshit we went through, like no fuck that kind of thing. So I kind of want to see
I
what they're gonna
think
do.
I think Gen Zers are going to take the creator economy to another level,
I'm
and
excited
that's
for
where
that.
I know that millennials have fucking got this run of like influencing and all that, but I think when
Oh
it comes to
yeah.
Gen Z and like TikTok and having a big part of TikTok success, I think there's going to be more opportunities for like Gen Zers to kind of like make their own money somehow, some way through like Patreon and all that. I know we talked about this in previous episodes. I know it's
Hmm.
so fucking future, but it's like they have the avenue. They've been like traditionally minimum wage jobs continue to not be filled. It's putting a lot of pressure on the supply chain, and like just people like fed up.
Hmm.
Like young folks
And like,
just fed up and
what's go
going,
for? What's go for?
yep.
What's the point of doing this? What's the point of doing that?
It's It's just
You
like
could
we
I
don't
could do
have
ad stuff. Yeah.
the imagination, or I don't know if I have the imagination to see like what that thing is for people to make money
Mhm.
online. Maybe it is fucking like um I remember, I know we're running up on time here, but I'm trying to wrap it up real quick. But I remember listening to an episode of Reply All, how uh, there was a, I don't want to say it's WoW, but it was another, maybe it was EverQuest, how in Venezuela people were using old computers to to farm and mine things in game for EverQuest.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, that's
yeah,
common in,
in
like, third
exchange
world
for real
countries.
money, because that's, yeah,
Yeah.
there's more money in farming on EverQuest than it is to earn money in real life,
Yep.
and go
Real
to a
money trade,
traditional
yeah.
job, exactly, because you're fucking
Yeah.
like there's no opportunities or whatever. So I think we're just not at that spot, and I think that they're going to be able to create their own money somehow, some way through the internet. Bam, future
And
out here.
yeah, that's dope. That's dope because it's like I've known about that in gaming communities for a while. Like it's
Yeah,
just
it's like
everyone
that
does
gray
real money
market.
trade. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the real money trade market. And it's like, oh shit. But yeah. So
that's why.
interesting.
Okay, one last thing. That's why
Sorry.
NFTs are going to be like the next thing, because that's going to have that like a real, like the way that the metaverse can talk to each other. That's like the key to fucking getting um this gray market of like, yo, can you like power level my character to whatever? I'll pay you this much. I just don't have the time. Yo, can you get me
Mhm.
that epic mount, whatever? Instead of fucking like gray market, like, yo, here's fucking 3 ETH uh that I don't have to to convert from like WoW gold to dollars. Like, here's ETH, figure it out. Bam.
Yeah, what a mighty big prediction you made there. Holy shit.
That's what it is, man.
I have nothing to say to that. I think that's plausible. But since you brought up ETH, oh, man, I was listening to an investor talk. I know, quick tangent. I just listened to an
Quick tangent.
investor.
Run
I
up
was
on
listening to an
time here.
investor talk about the future of like bitcoins and ETFs and or NFTs and like ETHs and stuff like that, and all the minor coins. And I think essentially what she thought of was Bitcoin actually has the best what do you call that, longevity. So she's bullish on Bitcoin more than ETH because ETH is
Mhm.
a Ethereum is still writing their rules, but Bitcoin's always been very consistent. And yeah, it was like a really like big brain explanation. If you guys
Mhm.
ever watched the Prof G show, his latest episode on the week of the what is this? The week of the six.
Mhm.
He has a guest that talks an investor, and she talks about like these pros and cons about minor coins, Ethereum, and like Bitcoin, like those two being like the big ones, and they're both going to be here to stay. But I think she's more bullish on Bitcoin. But yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's just interesting. Yeah, cryptocurrencies, new ways of making an economy. I think Gen Z is kind of crazy, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do and how bizarre it's going to be. Yeah, not the
Okay.
'90s anymore, not the early
It's not the
2000s.
90s. All right. Well,
The fuck is fashion? But yeah.
let's right before we close it out, let's talk about what we're hyped up on this week slash episode. What are you hyped up on?
Dude, I'm actually more excited about this whole work from home kind of thing. Not that I'm working from home, but like
See what?
I could just imagine now people are gonna start buying multiple room apartments now. Like why have a studio? Like or my bedroom is pretty much a studio, but my actual bedroom is now converted into an office. Or like couples like yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, if I ever get a place, I kind of want like an office and a bedroom.
It
Like,
makes sense.
yeah, and then can you just imagine that happening in the future? Like people are gonna buy extra bedrooms, or if I have a house, I'd buy that thing where you can like basically a shed in the back, but it's gonna be your new office. You gotta deck it out with I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
whatever, air conditioning, or that could be my own Twitch streaming room where I'm just like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah.
It makes a lot of sense now going forward from pandemic pandemic life. I've been thinking about like whether or not it's more beneficial to me for me whenever I choose to go back like full time and all that. So it's like, would it be beneficial to have a another bedroom to, like a for work, or is it more better for me to go to
We
a
work.
yeah, we work.
Yeah, I'm here.
Who
Yeah,
knows?
who
It's
knows?
almost the same, but yeah, just thinking about it. That's where we're
It,
at in fucking life.
I, I know. I'm like thinking, like, how can you make this work? If I was like a employer, it's like, yeah, guys can work from anywhere. I'd give you a stipend to go to like WeWorks from anywhere you want to. Want to do the one in Barcelona? Cool. If you want to do the one in New York, cool. You want to do the one in California? Cool. Just damn, that'd be sick. That's why I'm so excited about the work from home culture. Holy shit! Like, yeah,
You just got to get to a place where you're not necessarily at a hospital, bro.
oh, no, there's
You got
no way.
you
There's no
get
way you can.
you got to get yourself out of the current situation you are right now to get there.
That's different. That's different for public health employees. So okay,
It's
that's for
totally
other
different,
places. It's totally
obviously,
different,
for obvious reasons.
unless robots. But that could be for another episode. Ugh, I love talking about robotics. I could talk about robotics for another 2 hours, but we have to wrap this shit up.
You gotta wrap this shit up.
So
I have a
a
baby in the
lot of
next
this,
room. She's
yeah. So
fucking
a lot
crying.
of this, yeah, I could hear her. So a lot of the things we're talking about are like kind of like we're purposely kind of making it a little conspiratorial this episode in lieu of the 9/11 thing happening soon. It's just
Yeah.
you know we we, we kind of joke about it, tongue in cheek about like conspiracy theories, just because it's been happening since 9/11. We've always had series of like conspiracy theories, and then like I guess what I'm trying to say in the hopeful message is like we'll get over it. We'll go to the next conspiracy theory. We'll get to the next one. All the stuff that's going on now, like it'll fade because a bigger one's gonna come.
Oh, it's the whole like bait and switch. Is that what you're saying?
It's the
We're always
beta
gonna have a baiting
switches.
switch.
Like, we had the
Move the
9/11
fucking
truthers.
goalpost.
We had the 9/11 truthers, then we had Obama's birth records, and then we had what's the next one after that? I don't remember. It's just now that we're thinking about it
Sandy
from
Hook.
say we had the Sandy Hook yeah, it's bizarre. We're
Yeah.
just gonna keep getting new conspiracy theories, new Alex Joneses, new just knew everything. And I know that sounds really depressing, but I guess what I want to say is like, yeah, we'll get over this. We'll get over this. We'll move on to the next conspiracy theory, and forget about this one.
We don't believe in conspiracy, like
Oh
legit.
no, we do
No,
not.
we don't. We don't.
No, no, no.
There's some
I
really
just roll
like
my eyes. I roll my eyes every
really.
time I hear one, just because I'm just like, oh, history is repeating itself. This is so good. Anyways, yeah. I was trying to be hopeful. I don't think I.
No, it's all good, bro. Just fucking wrap it up. I'm hyped
Wrap
about
it up.
football coming back. It's college and it's pro. It's something to look forward to. That's what
Are
I'm.
you going to any games?
Maybe, maybe not. It just depends on how. Dude, this Delta shit's fucking stupid. I don't know.
You're
What
not
are
gonna
we
see the
on?
Ducks?
New? New? I don't know. Are we on the new variant yet? Or are
Can we
we on
not
the
talk
oh?
about I don't wanna
Exactly.
talk about I don't
Exactly.
wanna talk about it just yet because it's still there's still new data on it, so
So yeah. So
I don't
multiple
wanna get
variants.
involved with
Don't
that
want to
yet.
be outside with a bunch of people yet. So
Yeah,
might just consume at home, which I'm totally okay with.
yeah, consume at home, that's the new thing, consume at home.
All
Anyways,
right, let's wrap this shit up. Like and
wrap that sh
subscribe, share, comment. We're on TikTok now.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
Instagram,
we're on TikTok.
YouTube,
Everyone's doing the
TikTok.
videos.
Yeah, I just haven't had content lately because we fucking haven't recorded in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Baby life, don't worry, I get it,
Bro,
I get it.
new parent
It'll
life, you know the fucking vibes.
I mean, I don't personally, but until you have your own office space at your place, your
It
whole
is
work
what
from
it.
home.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know. Fuck.
it is what it is. Like and subscribe. That's it. Take it easy. Peace.